and welcome to Washington Food Industry Association's Off the Shelf, where we bring you up to speed on all of the latest news and policy issues affecting independent grocers, convenience stores, and their suppliers. I am Washington Food Industry Association's President and CEO, Tammy Hetrick. Representative Griffey, welcome.
Oh, thank you, Tammy. I really appreciate you hearing me on this. I am very happy to champion this bill once again. I know that retailers are suffering, trying to come out of the pandemic, and you're suffering from supply shortages and somewhat emboldened posture from retail theft. The thieves feel emboldened, I think, because of the laws that were passed by the majority party last year. I'm hearing from Retail Association, from your organization, Food Industry Association, that nearly $2 billion is lost annually totally in retail theft. And we think that's tragic and terrible. We've recrafted our bill. We've talked about this bill in the past. And I think we've got to exactly what I think we want to do. We want to engage the individual in the store once they conceal the item. Retailers would like to convert that person or the person that concealed that object into a consumer. They would love to encourage them by asking, are you going to pay for that? Go up to the front of the store and pay for the item. They'd furthermore like to maintain their property. And so it didn't go out and be sold and made money in illicit means. So I think we've got there.
Yeah, thank you. And, that's the thing that you've really nailed on this is the cost. People didn't understand that this cost is absorbed by us all. Our independent grocers cannot afford these losses and keep their doors open, without having the prices increase to offset that. So, anytime we can at least stop them at the door and try to recoup that, or, just find out what's going on. If they do plan to pay, that's great. But I do think there's been some amazing education around this as well. As we've heard from the opposition, they've shared some concerns, and we've took heed to that. And we've really worked on education and outreach to make sure that grocers and retailers understand, what's the best way to approach this. And I think it's great that you've been able to work with everyone and try to develop something that we can actually move forward with.
Well, we're going to try. Nothing is finished until the governor signs it, or
Yes.
Potential veto. So, we're hoping. There is a lot of concern about racial profiling, and I think that's what you were alluding to, Tammy.
Yes.
We abhor it. I know the Retail Association. I know the Food Industry Association. I know all retailers, right? I know all. We wrote it right into the bill.
Yes.
We did. We basically put that the legislature doesn't condone in any way racial profiling, and it's in the bill now. Our retailers, our food industry, the small, big, everyone, they want people to buy their products, and they want to make it easy to buy their products. They also want to make it safe for their employees to engage with those that engage in theft. And so I think this bill strikes a very important and good balance, maintaining the right of those that own property to maintain their own property, and also encouraging that we look after illegal behaviors, that is the concealment with the intent to deprive the individual of that property forever. That intent language, the fact that we've got to a point where we've addressed the racial profiling is not allowed and not even shouldn't even be thought of. I think we have a good balance.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Again, we appreciate everything you're doing to try to help the industry. And, we are seeing just more crime, associated with theft. People, as you said, are so emboldened that it's just become exaggerated. And so now it's not just the theft, it's the crime that goes with it. And we're just seeing such heinous injuries by our workers. And so we just appreciate that we have this opportunity to address some of the concerns and start moving forward on, making sure that everyone has a safe environment when they're shopping.
Well, your members can engage, you can engage by, letting, all of the members on the Public Safety Committee have small mom and pop organizations. A call to action right now, look at the bill, understand the bill, and contact your legislators and tell them how important that is to them. And also make sure we point out exactly how tough this recovery has been, that everything that small retailers have suffered, terrible setbacks. Some of them, they're on the precipice of having to close their business. I see it, I hear it, and I feel it. I want to respect and understand and say thank you for the small retailers, especially for all the what that they're doing. I mean, I got a local, when I have or somebody has COVID, they can go down to the local store with a mask on safely, and they can get some of the needs that they need uh, without exposing a lot of people. And it's just necessary.
Agreed. Yeah. Well, Representative, we thank you again. Is there anything else that you have on your list that we should be aware of, or
Oh, a
how
whole
we
bunch.
can help?
There's a whole bunch of bills. I'm running a bill on supply chain issues. Right now, our truckers are having a
Mhm.
almost impossible time parking. And I'm running two bills on one that's, you know, uh, not only mandating, but providing a little funding to keep our rest areas open, our safety rest areas. I have one that's encouraging overnight parking construction, safe overnight parking construction for our truckers. That's doing some tax rebates or elimination of taxes to encourage the construction of those. We're working on bills for trafficking human, and I know that your industry has really been at the forefront of that, but we would like to make sure that we have official posters for that. So yeah, there's a lot going on right now. Eliminating governor's powers, we're working really hard on that. So yeah, I guess I could go on for another hour, but that's kind of a small amount of the bills I'm currently working on.
Yeah, thank you. And, we've partnered with Washington Trucking Association this year to really bring light to that supply chain and how important we all have to work together. So, you championing those bills are really important, and we're definitely supporting the trucking industry. We need to keep things moving. We need to make sure that they can get the products to our stores. And so, yeah, that's been a great partnership. We've got some good videos coming out on it that we'll be sharing with legislators just on that whole supply chain and how
Well,
critical trucking is.
there's a lot of things we can't do as individuals with the supply chain issue. I mean, it's inventories at the factory, it's rebuilding those inventories. It's some factories, because they've lost it, the employees, they can't even come close to making it up. So let's just address those things that Washington can address now. So we're not part of the bigger problem. And the bigger problem, I think, with time will work itself out.
Agreed. Well, Representative, I sure appreciate your time today, and we look forward to working with you very soon.
Oh, we hope we get to go to a bill signing, but if we don't, I am a pit bull and I never stop.
Yes, and that's what we appreciate. Well, you have a wonderful day today.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your time.
Thank you. Take care. Thank you for listening to this episode of Washington Food Industry Association's Off the Shelf. If you like what you're hearing, download all of our episodes from our website or your favorite listening platform. If you have story ideas, please contact me at Tammy, Tammie, at wafood, wafood.org. Thanks for listening.